Good morning. It is, I think, coming up to 2 o'clock on a now Saturday morning, and while normal people would probably be in bed, we're here for the rematch between Statistically Lokean, playing on the dark side as Pugna, versus Nashua on the radiant side is playing as Windrunner. A very fancy Windrunner set that is too. So that's the. It's got a custom animations and yeah. So enough ogling at who's wearing what. As we're discussing, so
30 seconds.
Previous video will be the previous game. In which it was Lokean playing a gank focused Tusk versus Nashua's push focused Warlock. Turns out that the push is better in a 1v1 situation, but we'll see how this one goes. Don't know how often Nashua plays Windrunner. I'm not sure how much Lokean plays Pugna. There's like a gentleman's agreement that both players pick on 0 second mark, so there's none of this fancy, counter picking. It's just you decide what you're going to play, you play it, and you hope that you're not entirely screwed over by the other player's pick. So let's have a look. First skill picks. Nashua is opting for the power shot. Pugna has gone for the ever popular Nether Blast. I think there was some. Yeah, there's a change to Nether Ward. I think it's a change or something, but basically that has a high range which might come in useful, but I don't know. Who knows? Alright. Stats. Last hits. Crikey, that was quick. Okay, so Nashua winning on last hits and eyes. 2-2 versus Lokean's 2-0. Oh, it's gone to high ground. Will he get the... No! Doesn't get the deny. That pesky mischance. It just... Another ball's up already. I'm not there on the high ground. That's going to be quite frustrating for Nashua to deal with. Oh, it doesn't last too long. Miss, hit. Nope, 2 hits in a row. He gets the gold. And that is going to push his GPM up ever so slightly. Well, I'm not sure who I would say is going to win this one based on picks alone. I'll be honest, I hardly ever played Windrunner, and I think I played Pugna twice, maybe 3 times. I mean, I could check my Dota profile and find out, but honestly, he's one of those heroes that if I see someone else pick him, I kind of panic a little, because I think if you pick him, probably like Meepo or Pudge, if you pick him, it's because you're good at him, and that's worrying. When I play him, he's just a complete bucket of shit. But I'm sure Lokean's he's probably spent all day dreaming up crazy strategies involving, I don't know, Pugna with a Veil of Discord and I don't even know what's good on him. I don't even know what he does. What does he do? Nether Blast, an exploding pulse deals damage to... Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Decrepify. Oh yeah, that's the spell. That's the last time I played him. That was the spell. Oh yeah, that's the spell that just basically makes people very annoyed with you, because there's pretty much no good time to cast it. As soon you think it's fine, and you'll cast Decrepify on someone, and at that time, out of nowhere, some fucking right-click carry bastard will just turn up in the lane and go, "Oh, I was going to gank him. Why is he decrepit?" Oh. Okay, that might have only happened once, but it's obviously stuck in my memory as a fairly traumatic event.
Radiant's middle
Nashua
tower is
starting
under
to have
attack.
to eat through his regen, while Lokean... He's picked up a bottle. Hasn't got any wards up on the rune spots, but it's unlikely that Nash is going to contest. So, 4-minute rune
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
is, I don't want to say because he's in the same room as me, is it top or is it, oh it is bottom, it is bottom, it's an illusion. And he's picked up some reserve wards as well. I don't know if he's listening to my pro level advice. I hope not, for his sake, because oh, and a ring of Basilius as well. Let's see what Nashua is building. Oh, he's got nothing in the bank, but he is sitting pretty on brown boots, which is going to make chasing down a Windrunner even more impossible. I'm making pretty good use of that power shot. He's starting to lag a little behind in terms of mana regen. I mean, 1.6 per second now he's level 6 isn't too bad, but it's still, I
don't think so.
Without enough mana for the wind run, he's got to be a bit more careful. Again, Lokean also running low, but he's got the bottle, he's got the ring of Basilius, he's got all the mana regen he needs. And now he has an army of Pugnas, so all in all, good day for Lokean. And Nashua's just hopefully hanging back in XP range for those creeps. And the courier goes back. He's got his bleeds of attack, so I'm guessing phase boots. Good old phase boots. Oh, Lokean. Cheeky spot for another ward. What's the range? Oh, it's 1,600, so that's going to easily cover up to here. That could be good. The problem is Nashua really doesn't have the mana to use any abilities whatsoever, but that negative mana regen is just going to... He's not going to get zapped by the ward, but he's never casting a spell again. And I think he's noticed, because he's sort of poking his head around in the forest. He's looking for that ward. Lokean finds
Missing middle.
another rune. Drops off the wards. It's a double damage. Could use this possibly to get a first blood on the low mana. Oh no, he's got... Nash has got enough mana now for the wind run, so he could get away. But, oh. Wants to pop the DD there. Probably a bit earlier than he would have liked, but he desperately needs that regen. And maybe just a couple of swift right clicks just to... No. Nashua is doing the sensible thing and booking it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What's Curry going to bring? Surprise! It's the face boots. And boom, go right there. So I think after the last game, Lokean's seen the value in a push strategy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All mid.
Missing middle.
And tier 1 already just past 50% now. Hello. 663, so pretty much bang on almost. But neither side really trading blows. I think Lokean will presumably be happy with this game being another hour long slogfest, and I think I'm still trying to think, I'm still trying to work out why Windrunner, but who knows what goes on in Nash's mind. It's probably a a strange and dark place. Anyway, again, invisibility rune. This could be... Oh, there goes the suck, but a swift runaway, phase boots and wind run means that although Nashua doesn't often have the mana to use the wind run, the phase boots give him something of an escape, and Pugna doesn't really have a way of pinning them down. So this could be problematic for Lokean. He did well last time. I mean, okay, he still lost, but he did well last time out of the slow effects and the hold in place and the chase provided by Tusk. But with nothing to really hold that Windrunner in place, it's gonna be dangerous. But conversely, Decrepify on Windrunner means that she isn't going to be right-clicking Lokean down anytime, basically ever. So I'm not sure really what this is going to come down to. I think whoever gets their first big item is probably going to be something of an advantage. There might be a cheeky first blood on the cards with a power shot, but Lokean, because he's got complete control of the runes,
Missing middle.
that bottle's doing a lot of work for him, and he nabs a regen rune as well from the top. Pops it pretty much straight away, and not sure have sight. I mean, that guy there will... Currying anything for him? Nope.
You didn't know.
So it looks like Lokean is likely also going for a phase boots. He's diving.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Guys, you need to defend here.
Taking a bit too much damage from the tower. One power shot could spell the end. He tries to deny himself on that. No!
And I didn't miss it.
First
Oh.
blood. Windrunner gets there first.
Could have been a very, very cheeky deny on the ancients, but it just wasn't to be. Wasn't to be. Misclicks. Okay. Oh. Don't worry, Nash. Lokean would do the same to you. He's a stone cold killer. So I think that perhaps slightly cheekily
Dire's middle tower is
gained
under
first
attack.
blood is going to give Nashua gold boost he'll need to...
Dire structures are
Yeah,
fortified.
the gold boost he'll need to start
Man dudes,
buying
middle tower, everyone
first
go
of his
now.
decent items after boots. And he's sitting on Nashua Ring of Regen plus Staff of Wizardry, so I'm going to assume 4 staff, which is an extra annoying item for a Windrunner to have, because between the Windrunner and the Phase Boots and then the 4 staff, she's pretty much impossible to pin down. Oh. Now, cheeky use of ward as bait, but it's pro level duking, and they can bump into each other again. Oh! That Nether Blast does a metric fuck ton of damage to a poor Windrunner. Again, scouting for the runes. He goes top, but he is unfortunate in that regard because the rune isn't there. So yeah, he trundles bottom. Nashua forced to let the tower do the work. He's got so little health. He's not taking it back. Guess he is saving up for that 4-star, and he's got not too far to go now. They changed it, so it's only 900 the recipe, which is good because supports need the money. And
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh no, Nashua, behind you! Nashua, behind you! The tower's deniable, Nash! Nash! No.
Yo, good guys. Middle tower got owned. What you gonna do? Get mad, dudes. Middle tower. Everyone, go now.
I was about to say the courier almost got himself killed,
Tower is
but
under attack.
a bit of courier management, and he's safe. What's on the courier? It's the Blades of Attack. So that's a phase boots. Both sides have phase boots. So Windrunner's at 406 with the phase boots on, and Lokean's at 375 plus 55. So that she's going to have to. Nashua's going to have to keep the mana for that Windrunner.
Missing middle.
And another rune falls into the lap of Lokean. Nashua probably going to use this opportunity to try and push the tower.
Dire's middle tower
Lokean
is
sneaks up
under
behind.
attack.
He's got the illusion rune. He's got the DD. He sucks the health. All the power shot connects, and that does actually. Is that what level power shot is that? It's max rank power shot, so that's 360 and it is magical damage. It's almost, well, that is pretty much half of poor Lokean's health and gone with one power shot, so he's got to be careful. A stray or lucky power shot, or even a very accurate one, could catch Lokean, could catch him out. Hopefully it won't come to that. And oh, Windrunner completes 4-star. And Lokean, I don't know what he's saving up for next. He's got the headdress, so possibly mech, possibly pipes. And let's have a look. Power shot is magical damage. So apart from blocking the power shot, probably not worth it for the pipe, so I'm gonna guess, yeah, it's going into good old mechanism. As a support player, it's pretty much the only thing that I actually know what like the components are to it. Any other item, it's like the shopkeeper's quiz, you know, like what goes into an abyssal blade? I don't know. I play supports. If I take a single last hit, I basically get shouted at. So fuck knows. I mean, judging by the amount of fun that my carries claim to need, it must be made of just diamonds and yep.
Radiant's middle
So
tower
yeah,
is
power
under
of the 4
attack.
staff
Hey,
and
forget
enough
about
mana
it.
to do the wind run. For instance, that power shot, 360 magical damage. Like in climbing up the health ladder now. 758, and it's only going to get worse. So that power shot's basically going to become less and less effective as the game goes on. But I'm thinking that the push power afforded by Nether Blast could give Lokean the edge in this one. I mean, Windrunner's ult, don't get me wrong, pretty awesome. You could just stand there and shoot the shit out of towers and everyone's happy, but I don't know, Nether Blast seems to be the key ability in this game. I mean, just let's have a look. Windrunner's ult, 60-second cooldown. Nether Blast, 5.5 second cooldown. Okay, the mana cost is a little prohibitive. Yet more sneaking around by Lokean. He loves just kind of hiding around this area, and up here. You never actually see him on the lane. It's like a something that hides, like a predatory animal that hides a lot, like can't think of one. It is late. It is like 2:30 in the morning, so it's a miracle I'm still able to talk coherently. Okay, coherent might be a bit of a stretch. Another spot for another ward. Yep. So just keeping Nashua on such a low amount of mana, he can't even afford to pop the 4-staff when he's underneath his own tower, which is... Oh, that is mean. I did not know that's how it works. So, negative mana regen does mean that he loses mana. That is not fair. Poor Nashua. So I'm wondering whether or not I've really sort of either Lokean or Nashua are trying to counterpick based on what they thought
Missing middle.
they might play. Taking a look at the graphs. Well, actually, Nashua pulling fairly far ahead on XP, but in terms of gold, it's just in the... I mean, it's not a huge amount, especially considering that they're a tower... that they, Lokean's a tower ahead. The gold difference isn't too huge. I think, to be fair, I think a lot of the XP difference is the fact that Lokean's... he's moving around the map a lot more. He's going for the runes. He's leaving his courier by the Roach Pit, and... And Nashua, okay, while he's getting harassed off the lane ever so often, he's straight back in there. He's in XP range, so he's got actually quite a level advantage on Lokean. 11 to 13, and Ash. What was that?
Child of oblivion.
That was there are some weird fake out thing going on there where Nashua walks past Lokean. Now, yeah, to be fair, Lokean is using a mouse that I lent him. It probably is dying. It was a mouse that I bought for, I think, £3.50 from Woolworths, which is obviously now defunct. So, yeah, because it did look like Lokean was just standing there like a frightened rabbit trapped in the headlights of Windrunner.
Missing middle.
So that's two, both deaths there, I think, quite fairly attributed to mouse problems. But Lokean's finish off the mechanism, which will give him, with the bottle and the ring of Basilius, the ability to stay in lane that bit longer. You can see now the power shot. Okay, it hurts, but it's not. It doesn't make quite the same. Actually, was that a fully channeled power shot? I don't think it was. It can't have been. Okay, looking for the rune. It's not there. And yeah, Nashua's spending pretty much all of his time sort of teetering on this, pretty much on the very edge of having 0 mana. 5.7 mana regen now, that's a pretty good amount, to be honest. But how much does another wall take off? Minus 4.5. So he can stand
dudes, middle tower.
around in another ward area and not lose all this mana, but it'll slow him down. And I'm wondering, essentially, which character is going to tail off first? And Lokean's hitting for 94 plus 30, so 124 versus Windrunners. Oh. And that's kind of the risk, I guess, that unless Nashua's got some way of keeping Lokean silent, he will just stand there and take all the right clicks, because he can just suck your health out of you.
Missing middle.
So I'm gonna guess Nashua will probably go for something like an orchid, just something to shut Pugna up while he's hanging around with such low health. And yeah, I think that is it's probably going to be an orchid. Don't know. Don't want to give too much away, but I think it could. Lokean's sitting pretty on now, almost 1,000 gold. I'm not sure what item he's going to go for next. I wonder if he knows. He might go for the Academ's ult. And I think he's got plenty of survivability now with the phase boots and the mech. It's going to be hard for. I mean, even 815 health is not a huge amount, but 11 armor is pretty respectable at this point in time. Out come the auto attacks for Nashua. Below denying. And it's nice to see that sort of the creeps have basically remained in this nice central area for a while. No one's. Nashua's, I guess, pushing out the lane as far as he feels comfortable. He's still probably not ready to take the fight over to that side, and Lokean keeps just nipping around. He is, dragging the creep wave with him. Nashua just juggling his inventory a little. Where is this going? Oh, there it comes. So yep, tier 2 for Nashua, half dead. Tier 1 for Lokean, half dead. And yep, Nashua piling more and more items onto himself. If he can just... Actually, what's the range on that ult? Oof. Quite good. See, I don't know whether or not Nashua can get, looking at the range of focus fire versus the range of life drain, I think Nashua might have a problem there. He's not going to be able to right click Lokean down. He's either got to get in there with the power shot, hope that Lokean misclicks, or...
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go! Now!
Look, no, he's sitting on 2 Oblivion stars, so that's got to be an orchid.
Dire's middle
The
tower
illusions
is
don't
under
do
attack.
much.
Ding dong!
But it's enough to scare away the Windrunner. And keeps back to fighting on the river. It's a little bit damage done to tower, 212. A couple more hits and it'll be deniable. I don't know whether or not Lokean's gonna go for the deny, or who knows? It's a mystery. No one. I mean, look at Pugna. You can't really tell what he's thinking. I don't want to zoom in actually, because that'll really highlight how bad my graphics settings are for this game. I can just about run this game. I can't run. I bought Cube World actually yesterday, and my computer kind of struggles to run that, which is more than a little bit embarrassing. So let's see.
Missing middle.
Oh, I see. Yep. Okay, makes sense. Got it. That's the build. Now I understand. Yep. So I assume that That
Bad
works
dudes, middle tower. Everyone, go now.
well with Crepify. Oh, mid tower goes down.
Rot-row, bad dudes, rot-row, middly widdly,
Windrunner makes another pretty sensible purchase. Guess Lokean's waiting on Hatch's recipe cost. 1,250? You must be joking. Oh. Is the silence going to last long enough? He pops the mech. Oh, crumbs! The 4-staff. He's giving chase. Lokean's. And out comes the. Oh no! Oh, you can't stand and have a right click fight with Pugna because you'll just suck the life out. A noble attempt by Nashua, and if Lokean can. Fortunately for Nashua, the creep wave was kind of equal, so Lokean's not going to be able to make massive gains during this, but almost a 50-second respawn time, so maybe Lokean could get in there and put some more damage on mid tower. Well, of course they're all mid towers, tier 2 mid. Maybe out comes the Dagon. Creep Braves meeting just under the tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nashua's got 15 seconds.
Please? I'm terrified beyond the capacity for
He's got Glyph, he's not choosing to use it just yet. Oh, there it goes.
Fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Nashua's back. Pops the Windrun and the Phase Boot straight away. He wants to get back in there as quickly as possible.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Lokean is taking what could be, I guess, the extra scenic route to sneak up on Nashua. Nashua surely doesn't want to fight this. He saw what happened last time, and it's only going to be harder. Checking the graphs, Lokean's starting to make gains, bringing the XP graph a little bit more in his favour. And gold. Nashua. Oh! Nashua's counting his lucky stars. He goes one way. Lokean comes down the lane. Are they going to bump into one another? Lokean checks by the ancients. She's not there. He goes back to lane. Oh, that burst damage from the Dagon. Just almost. Just so close. I really. Nashua lucky to get out with his face intact there, I feel. And Lokean goes back to skulking like some kind of predatory animal that skulks. Again. Nope, I'm going to check the runes. Bottles of double damage. And if he can get just another drop on Nashua, Nashua's going to want to push this lane out, surely. He doesn't want to farm. I don't know, maybe he might feel more comfortable farming onto the tower. Here comes Lokean. Comes behind. Another blast. Nashua quite wisely bugs out at the first sign of trouble. Does a little loop, comes back round. He's looking for the netherward and he finds it. 40 gold. Lokean pretty low on mana now. I mean, that 5.1 mana regen. Nashua seeing a 10.11 now mana regen. That is. I always forget that Windrunner's an intelligence hero. I sort of look at her and go, she should be an agility hero because, I mean, she runs with the wind. That sounds like an agility carry to me. Well, not a carry, but an agility character at least. So in fact, looking at that, she can wind run once every 15 seconds for 100 mana, so she will always have pretty much the mana for a wind run now, unless she's under the effects of the Netherward. And Lokean skirting around the edges, finds himself a haste rune, and Nashua, for the first time in quite a while, gets anywhere near a rune spot. Pretty exciting. Maybe he's thinking about cheeky picking up his own bottle. Although to be fair, I don't. He really doesn't need the. He's got plenty of sort of passive sustain from quite a nice selection of items. I'm not sure what he's planning to do with the GG branch, the Mantle of Intelligence. Hold on a second, is that... Oh, that's a nice place for Netherward. Yeah, even under the effects of Netherward, +5 mana regen. Oh! Once again, Nashua just about makes it to his fountain alive. So Lokean needs just a little bit more damage to push him over the edge. I mean, the advantage is he's built a Void Stone. So what's that going into? I wonder. I guess there's a couple of options actually. It's quite a flexible item. I'm guessing probably not a Yule Scepter, that would be... I mean, possibly for holding Nashua in place while he moves to the other side, but... maybe a scythe? I don't know, I think Pugna's actually... I mean, looking at him... I'm especially watching him being played, it's given me a couple of things to think about how he should be played. Which isn't to say that, you know, this is pro level play or anything, but I'm liking this sneaking around, dropping the wards. And plus that Nether Blast has given Lokean... Oh. So I guess it's going to devolve into some... I was going to say that's unfortunate. Some sneaky guerrilla warfare. Both Nashua and Lokean are low enough health that either of them could probably nuke down the other. It just kind of depends who gets the first drop. I mean, Nashua has a bit of an advantage in that he's fighting not quite underneath his tower, but close enough that Lokean is unlikely to want to, you know, dive in. But Nashua's kind of losing the ability to push this creep wave back out towards the tier 2 on Lokean's side. He's got to kind of... I don't want to say making the best out of a bad situation, but gotta wonder. Wait, no, Martin is going for a yields. Okay, well, I guess that it'll hold. Use it to hold the Windrunner in place while the Windrunner ability burns off and. Extra time up to 2.5 seconds, so enough time maybe to get another Nether Blast off if you're lucky. And it's also a nice item for, you know, trying to keep your own rear end alive. But I don't thinking about the last couple of engagements, I don't think Lokean's actually in much danger from Windrunner at the moment. That orchid is, I mean, it is helping, but it's just not enough to silence Lokean for, how long is that, 5 seconds. Unless there's a lot of burst damage coming out behind that.
Dire's courier has been killed.
There's courier. There's the creep wave. And the two intersected very, very messily. I'm going to see if... Oh. In. Ignore those creeps. Yeah, that 4-star and phase boot's been doing a lot of work for Windrunner in this game. Just very few of the engagements have actually gone Windrunner's way. It's just as soon as it starts going badly, Windrunner can just so easily turn around. Well, phase boots 4-star out. It's pretty difficult, basically, to catch her out. Or him out. Because Nashua playing her... I don't know what like the preferred terminology is. Do you refer to the gender of the hero? Or... do you... prefer... don't worry, I'm going. It's not that the game's dull, it's that it's... let's have a look at Steam. Steam says it's about 2:30 in the morning, which is pretty goddamn late. I'm broadcasting a 1v1 game in my pajamas. That's how late it is. I feel sorry for Nash actually, because he's in the mainland Europe, so he's an hour ahead from us, so he must be dead on his feet by now. But still, putting up a very good showing. He's not giving in, and I guess he's probably trying to work out what to buy next that will let him just get the advantage over Lokean. We can gain the advantage. Lokean chasing. Lokean zigs. Windrunner zags. And yeah, Windrunner's gone. No, Lokean I think is still either on the prowl or waiting for a rune. Either way, unlucky in prowls, unlucky in runes. And the creep wave is... come on, the tower's there. Come on. Toby's alright. So what's Nash just grabbed for himself? Let's have a look. It's... oh, okay. I see... I think I see where he's going with this. No, actually no. No, I don't. Because... no. Oh, actually, yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. Again, it's one of those, I play support so often, as far as I'm concerned, the only items in the game are basically wards, couriers and brown boots. There's no one else. So it looks like basically neither side is able to really gank the other. No one's making any really stupid obvious mistakes. No one's getting caught too far out of position. Oh, they're going to bump into each other. The 4-star. The blast falls a bit short. So I guess one option now is to basically abandon the idea that they're gonna fight and focus just on that last push. I mean, taking the hill isn't going to be easy for Lokean. Windrunner can spend all day basically power shotting down the another blast. Such good creep clearance of 5.5 second cooldown.
Radiant's middle tower
Reasonable
is under
amount of
attack.
damage and damage to buildings all in one neat green glowy package of dooms. But Nashua's power shot
Missing middle.
scored in at 9 seconds, so Nashua can knock down creep waves almost as quickly as Lokean can now. Although I think the advantage is because the Nether Blast has like a nice sort of AoE of a circle, makes it easier to catch a creep wave once they've engaged. Power shot very good for when the creeps are kind of coming down like this.
Missing middle.
But once they sort of blob up, you've got to kind of come around and shoot that way. Get, you know, the maximum effect out of it. Lokean silenced up. Shackle flies, doesn't latch. Oh! Lokean's low enough that he might... Nashua might fancy his chances here. Lokean retreats up to the high ground. Nothing in the bottle, the mechanism's on cooldown, and he's looking for a rune, just something to top his bottle up. Trying just to get back in the fight. Nashua's gives a bit of a boost to his creep wave and picks up his next big item. Thinking about it, this is actually this could potentially be quite a useful pickup for... So I think there's only one... I mean, there's only going to be, I think, one thing it's going to block. And it does. Oh! Yes! It works! The Lincoln Sphere pays off. It's just enough to blunt the damage of Lokean. He says. Between the Orchid and the Lincolns, that's... yeah, what to counter with. See, I personally think the Yules was a bit of an odd pickup, but... Fortunately, I don't know how much Nashua is going to gain in terms of tower damage. That tier 2 is pretty much unmolested right now. It's a reasonably sized creep wave, and plus with the ult, and Lokean does
Dire
have
structures
glyph.
are fortified. Dire's middle
Here
tower
comes
is under
creep
attack.
wave. And that tower's going to take some damage, but not a huge amount. I think, like a lot of games of Dota that I've
Bad
been
dudes,
playing,
middle tower, everyone, go now!
it's one of the problems of it doesn't matter how good, sort of how many skills
Dire's
you've
middle
got.
tower is under
You've
attack.
got to be able to make something happen with it, and that Windrunner ulti is melting that tower. Down it goes.
Dire's
So
middle
things are
tower
suddenly
has
looking
fallen.
a lot more equal. Okay, tier 3 for Nashua is about 75% of its way to, well, death, but
Double damage!
he's got to be happy with that result. That was a kill, pretty taking down tier 2 tower from full health to nothing in 45 seconds or so. And checking the graphs, it is really starting to swing a bit more in Nashua's favour. Lokean's hoping to make some... Oh, dear. Yeah, it's that Lincoln's... Oh ho ho! Lokean's got to be happy that he managed another regen there. If he can just get up onto the
Return to the nether reaches.
Pretty awkward, and a 70-second cooldown. I mean, if Nashua could take down the tier 2 in about 40 seconds, by the time he pushes the creep wave up, yeah, you need another target on. You gotta break that Lincoln's first before trying, well, anything. I wouldn't be surprised now if Nashua goes to something like a BKB just as an extra level of endurance, and if that, at that point, I think if he can farm it up, that's got to be GG, surely. Lokean up in 30 seconds. It's creep wave, quite a big creep wave. 2 siege creeps. Will the tower go down? Glyph is obviously on cooldown. Oh, he buys back. He TP's in. He's not letting this tower go. This is Lokean's last stand. There's a line been drawn on top of the staircase, and it's no Windrunners allowed past this line. So I think a bit of a turnaround, if I'm honest. I was expecting the sort of slow and steady push of Lokean's Pugna with the Nether Blaster to really come out on top, but Nash, it seems, he's let loose. He's gone back to his usual slightly crazy, aggressive style of playing. I think that's starting to pay off. Oh, out comes the suck. And Nashua has to run. I think one of the nice things about all mid is that there's like a sort of pick counter pick with the items, which is quite fun, and it's sort of, I guess it highlights the importance of farming, that you want to be able to have the gold to quickly either respond to what the other person's been buying or pull out some kind of crazy trick yourself. Just scraping his nose with the power shot.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Creep wave.
Oh no!
Start a creep wave. It's just sort of decided to go this way, following Lokean's sneaky tactics. Given this creep's commando training or something, I don't know. That's a little bit more damage to the tower. Is it deniable? No, not quite. And I don't know if Nash is actually going to want to deny his tier 3. That always seems a bit. So no, I think I predicted that Nash would get a BKB, and don't think that's what he's looking for. I think that mithril hammer he's picked up, I think he is just looking to lay down as much of a beat down to Lokean as possible. I mean, his options are he's going for that. I don't want to say because obviously they're in the room, but he's going for that. I think he's had enough, and he wants this. So let's see what Lokean's going for next. Staying pretty on 2,000 gold. Sneaking up with the Invis rune. He's really made just such good use of these runes. Okay, it's not always turned into a gank for him. Obviously the scoreboard 4-for-1 shows it's not been entirely in his favour, but every time he's got a ward, I get rune and ward mixed up. Every time he's got a rune, he's at least tried to make something happen with it, and that's to his credit. So, yay Lokean. I'm trying to be fair and balanced here. I don't think I really want like either of them to win. I think it's they're both nice chaps. Nashua picks up his next big item. We'll see how much of a difference this one will make. I think it's sensible that Nashua is looking to just do the damage before Lokean can, you know, break out the ults. So he's got that Orchid, he's got that Lincoln's, he's got the 4 staff and the phase boots just in case anything goes wrong. And all in all, I'd say surely a solid build. Oh dear, Nashua, what are you doing? Don't just stand there. Oh! Yeah, that Deso, the armor reduction is just... Yep, Deso. And that's just 80 seconds in the penalty box for Lokean. The Desolator... Nash is... He's level 25. He's hitting for 185 plus 124 now. That's basically a... that's basically a lot of hurt. I mean, 300 on the right click plus the armor reduction as well. I mean, how much armor does that remove? 7. How much armor does Lokean have? So it's reducing it down to 5, which isn't a great number. So all Nashua has to do is survive the Lokean suck.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone
Does
go,
not have enough to buy back.
Dire structures are fortified.
He is. He buys back. He TP's in. Nashua's just hammering down the. It's a naked Rax, but I fear he's gonna die for his trouble. He gets away on 100 odd hit points. Lokean's giving chase, but there's not much else he can do. He's mitigated the amount of damage that Nashua has done to his base, and I guess we're playing to the tier 3 tower rule. I think it's fair. I think. Yeah. Oh, the regrets. Lokean, I think, is going for a cheeky I want to kill before this game is out. Oh, Jukes! No, he's going for the tower. He wants it. Pops the mech. I really like the new mech noise.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And looks like backdoor is probably going to get the better of him. Yep, like he has to
Going
leave.
from bad to worse, now the bad dude's middle Rax is getting shafted. Hey, bad dudes, your middle Rax is like chopped liver. Forget about it.
So that's it.
Yeah, I should have just put more damage on that tower.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Oh, I will leave it at that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So that's my streaming thing. Look, use open broadcast software. It's awesome and it's free, and it's fairly easy to set up. Is Nashua going to take the kill? Yeah, Nashua takes the kill.
Oh, sad for you.
Right, time for bed. GG. Just taking the statistics at the end. I'm interested to see what the last hits and denies weren't. Were pretty equal. I think it was just those. Actually, pretty equal in terms of everything there. I think gold per minute, not. 100 gold difference in Nashua, but he had those extra ganks. Oh, alright. Good night, everyone.